guys, so as we can see, your USD kept pushing down lower, especially yesterday. And if you remember, guys, we talked about that open liquidity area on the dollar index, which we'll see in a minute. But it's quite clear to see like the immediate structure is bearish, so I hope no one took a loss trying to buy from this low. Because okay, so now so now we're in a more, how would I say, a more dangerous area to sell, because it becomes riskier and riskier after the break of structure, right? So we've had break of structure, so like this is premium, like prime area to sell from. Here it becomes riskier and riskier, right? So guys, if you're in any position, manage it properly. And so even if you can see as the market condition, like you can see, right? So if you look here, right, you see, okay, we had this pullback and then a sharp drop, right? Pullback, sharp drop, right? Showing us strength in um like bears showing us strength. You can see, right? So now also you can see we started to consolidate, right? Sideways movement. Of course, we're still downward, but you can see like it's squeezing, price is squeezing. So, and that just signals, okay, perhaps the momentum in this thing might be slowing down. So, you don't try to guess bottoms, right? You don't try to call bottoms on the market. You just wait. And what are we waiting for? A good reversal, right? So perhaps we see a bullish candle close above here for today, maybe some retracement, and then we can start to find longs to target this liquidity or this liquidity. Because if you remember on the daily, we're still swing bullish, right? So that is that would just be okay, probably a quick retracement trade into this supply area. You get what I'm saying? So you could get that position, but you just have to be patient and you just have to wait for this kind of position to play out, right? So because if we go to the dollar index, right, you can see the dollar has grabbed that liquidity that we had targeted, right? This high, right? So we took it yesterday, right? Yeah, pretty much, right? So we pretty much took it out. So it would just be about, okay, now I'm just waiting for some sort of retracement, right? So after liquidity, you can expect that retracement, or we could just keep on pushing higher and higher, but it gets riskier, right, to buy from here. I would rather, okay, we wait for retracement and then you look for those longs. But if you get in any position at the moment, you might just burn yourself. So just play it safe. Wait for that liquidity grab as we always do, and then you just look for an entry. Similar story on GBP USD. On GU, you can see, right, we took out that liquidity. I think we took it out since last week, right? And now we just pushed down lower yesterday. So where did we push into? This demand area, which causes V-shaped reversal, right? And then so let's see what happens. Let's watch. But this is bearish, as you can see. I'm more inclined to take short. I will just wait for a retracement, liquidity grab, and then you can look for those shorts. So because as you have it, so these are break of structures, these are swing high, right? We haven't even made the low yet, right? So we just keep pushing and pushing down. I don't see a reason for anyone to look for buys on this market. And then for NU, similar story, guys. This is bearish. It's just bearish, and you can see there's no reason to look for buys, right? So you just wait. Like if I'm out of all positions, like if you're still in here, you can still be holding, but I mean, just keep in mind that you could get a reversal at any point in time, and that's what I would be waiting for, to look for more entries, right? So perhaps if I'm looking to this left, I cannot see any here, right? Here we have that liquidity high, rather here, right? So we have that liquidity high, and that's it, and perhaps here, but let's see how that goes with AU. Guys, this just kept pushing down beautifully yesterday, which is nice to see. So we've pushed down into this consolidation, this area of demand that pushed this market up higher on the daily. So you can see we came here and then we started to, was this today? Yeah. So we grabbed this liquidity to the left, right? We grabbed all our liquidity, all this area, we grabbed it, and then now we're just stalling. So it's still bearish. This is also a nice supply zone because it took out this liquidity, broke structure. So I would be waiting for some sort of retracement, hopefully, and then maybe we can find an entry because this is bearish on the 4 hour, but the daily swing, as we've been talking about, is still bullish, right? With this being your swing low, with this being your swing high. So for AU, I'm always more cautious of entering positions, and because of the general nature of AUD USD. So let's see how this plays, but with NU and with GU and with EU, I'm more convinced of their shorts playing out rather than AU at the moment. So with USD CHF, guys, so we talked about this yesterday. We were targeting this liquidity. It obliterated it, right? Boom, took it out. And now here also, but also we have like this liquidity area. So we still have places that we could push up to. So guys, don't call tops. For now, this isn't really my favorite pair. You can just see it's consolidating. So if it takes out this high, right, perhaps we could look for those short positions. But you can just see it's beginning to slow down. The bearish momentum is beginning to slow down, and that. So if we take out these highs and then we see that change of character, then we could look for those short positions. But for now, I'm just rather just sitting out. For gold, guys, I mean, this is sideways. There's nothing to say. This is just consolidating, which is quite nice. I mean, after that extended move, you need to rest, right? It needs to rest. It needs to take a breather, and then let's see where it wants to go next. With USD CAD, guys, we're still in its impulsive phase, right? We're still in its impulsive phase, and when I look to the left, I can see this area of liquidity, right, which we're targeting, the yearly open also. So I like this. I like this for longs. You just wait for some liquidation, right? So here you could wait here, right? Hopefully we get some liquidity, some downward push. We liquidity grab, and then perhaps we get that push up. Let me see the 1 hour. Yeah, perhaps here too, right? Or maybe even here if it's that bullish. But let's see how it plays out. And then USD JPY, guys, from yesterday, remember we talked about this. It's also in its impulsive phase, but I'm waiting for some sort of liquidation of the lows, and then we find an entry, right? So we have liquidity open here and this area also. And also, like, I like this because it left this areas of liquidity, so perhaps we want to take it out, giving us another opportunity to look for the longs on USD JPY. Okay, thank you guys. I wish you a wonderful day. I have to run. Bye.